Hello, welcome to Critical Recap. I'm Dani Carr, and I'm here to catch you up on the latest episode of Critical Role. You can also catch up with the Critical Role podcast on Spotify, iTunes, and Google. Make sure to check out critroll.com for cool merch and information on events like Gen Con and more. Now, here's what happened on episode 66, Beneath Bazzoxan. The mighty Nein fall from the tree as the massive rock swoops in, attacking Ford and Jester. Ford manages to Misty step out of the way, and Jester casts Dimension Door, taking herself and Bo out of harm's way. The rock grabs Ford and begins to fly off, but Ford uses Relentless Hex to teleport onto his back. Jester casts Polymorph, turning the rock into a bat, but causing Ford to get jettisoned. He lands on the ground, harmed but alive. The bat continues trying to attack Ford, so Jester catches him in her cloak. Eagle Caleb flies Bo up to the top of the tree, where they attempt to befriend the baby rock while Bo loots the nest, where she finds a good amount of money, jewelry, and an iron lockbox. The bat continuously breaks out of the cloak, attempting to attack people and being recaptured. Bo and Caleb get back, and the party takes off on their moorbounders, leaving the very angry bat behind.
Okay, you get on your moorbounders and you just cruise away northward. Full speed. You got about, I'll say, 10 minutes of travel here after all the faffing and gathering your things and spell casting and bat stuff. The bat is left behind, it cannot catch up.
Did we just, he can't fly fast enough to catch up.
Oh god, no, the bat by no means can it.
Yeah, but he's gonna change back in a second.
Real soon.
They race across the fields, finding a tunnel to hide in as the polymorph wears off. The rock pursues, but is unable to find them. Bo shows off her loot, and inside the lockbox is a ring of protection, which is given to Yasha. They get back on the road and head north, passing some orc marauders. Between Caleb's fireball and Jester's insect plague, the orcs decide that the party is not worth pursuing. They continue to ride, finally reaching the outskirts of Bazzoxan. They reach the edge of the city, seeing watchtowers, Aurora Watch soldiers, and a heavy military presence. They are approached by several guards and explain that they work for the Bright Queen and show off their crests. They are allowed entry and find a place to stay at the Ready Room. They learn that the military is here to keep watch on the Umbra gates. Bazzoxan is a temple to the betrayer gods, and the city sprung up around it. Dangerous creatures lurk in the abyss beyond the gates.
This in particular was a deep-set, multi-leveled temple that was the center of the Primaterial Plane, seat to the princes of the abyss.
Clay and Caleb purchase a large box of incense and ivory as Ford tries to get information. As they head to bed, Knot notices that her flask is missing, stolen by Jester earlier in the day. She interrogates the party, but no one knows where she could have lost it. Ford talks to Clay about the dream he had of the Wild Mother. Clay gives him advice about meditating and says he'll be happy to help him connect with her. Clay also mentions that he is looking for her temple, a mountain without snow. Ford attempts to meditate, finding that warm, peaceful feeling once again. Jester attempts to scry on Oban to no avail. Knot continues to interrogate everyone about her flask while they discuss how to find Oban. There is only one entrance to the gates, and no one survives going down there. The party decide to message Oban and tell him that Yasha is here, using her as bait.
Come. 5-6 miles west of the village. Look for the hidden entrance. I'm waiting.
They head in Oban's direction, unable to find the hidden entrance until Jester casts Locate Object on Oban's crest. They find it embedded in a door in the mountain, and an inscription in Celestial that reads, "Let lie the king's instrument, deathless and detained, until the world ends." The Nine head into the cave, as Jester tells Yasha that they love her and will support her, acting as her new family. They walk down the tunnel, sending Frumpkin ahead. They find a cave-in down one section, and down another an enormous obelisk, which bears defaced abyssal writing that Yasha reads as, "Build every bridge, become every nightmare, feast on every heart." They move further down the hall, coming upon open doors and a chamber with angelic statues inside, blood trickling from their eyes. There is a large wall with an adamantine door lifted up 2 feet. The courtyard also contains broken weapons and celestial skeletons. The statues emit a rhythmic vibration, and when Jester puts her ear to one, she hears a sound like an oboe.
Does it sound sad or does it sound...
It doesn't sound sad or happy, it just sounds like music.
Someone's working very hard to keep something inside this place.
Let lie the king's instrument.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, it is a metal harp.
It is a metal harp.
Knot goes invisible, heading down past the adamantine door, and that is it for episode 66 of Critical Role. But is that really it? I have some thoughts. Holy shit, y'all. I'm pretty sure that rock's going to pursue them from now until the end of the campaign. I am concerned about both Nott's lack of her flask and her reaction when she realizes Jester took it. That's not going to be good. Bazzoxan is such an unsettling military town guarding the world from the horrors of the abyss. That is super scary. Speaking of scary, this dungeon is terrifying and creepy. Angel statues with blood tears, a courtyard full of celestial skeletons, and more creepy angel statues. I am incredibly freaked out by all of this and extremely worried about Yasha, not to mention the rest of the party. Also, was Yasha actually a rock harpist? Oh, mighty Nein. Anyway, catch episode 67 on Thursday, June 13th at 7 p.m. Pacific on twitch.tv/criticalrole, and stay tuned to critroll.com for all the latest updates.